I'm going to be back in time for the net, but I got to go take care of a thing or two before I sit here for the next 2 hours. K0KDW, thanks, Brad.
No problem. K0KDW will be standing by.
Good evening, Brad. W8HRF, K80KDW, W8HRF.
Good evening, Josh. Sound like you're mobile this evening.
Oh, isn't that obvious? Yeah, I wanted to see how I hit the repeater from over here in Canton, so heading home to fire up the shack and get ready to read some trivia. How about yourself?
Oh, not up to a whole lot. You know, it's funny when you ID'd, you could really tell from the flutter, and then your transmission there, the first half of it was 100% solid and might not have known, and then the flutter, good old mobile flutter came back there at the end of it.
Yeah, I've been told that the repeater doesn't, I don't know, may not get into Canton so well. I'm not really sure. I'm not in Canton a ton to know, so figured I'd give it a shot. So, anyways, I just heard you out there and wanted to say hi. Hadn't said hi in a while.
Yeah, I know my repeater's kind of weird. People, you know, a lot of the people that have tried my repeater, especially with handhelds, if they can't hear it, they think they're not getting into it. But my repeater hears probably 2 or 3 times better than it talks. So the general rule of thumb, though, is if you can hear it, you're probably full quieting into my repeater.
Yeah, I'm learning the, I guess, benefits or the pros of having the repeater set where you don't have it transmit so high that, you know, it's a big blowtorch, but nobody can, it's got deaf ears, I guess. So try to keep them kind of equal so people can tell if they're getting in, if they're going to be able to get in or not based on how they're hearing it.
Yeah, mine being that way isn't by choice. I'm not allowed to run over 50 watts. Well, to be properly coordinated with the repeater, so I'm not supposed to run more than 50 watts, so I'm kind of limited to that. And I'm not even running the full 50. I'm actually running 35 out of the transmitter, and then 23.5 out of the duplexer. And quite honestly, if I turned it up to 50, there's not enough of a increase in power to make any difference whatsoever. To really have a noticeable difference, I'd have to be pushing 100 watts from the transmitter, so can't do that. I don't have another pair to go to. Unfortunately, you know, if I wanted to use UHF, I could get a pair, no problem. There's plenty of those available here, but 2-meter pairs are extremely scarce, and I was really lucky to get what I got, because I'm kind of on the fringe of another repeater on the same frequency, but per mobile coverage, which is how the coordination is done, they don't overlap or cause any problems, so I was able to get coordinated. So got pretty lucky on that one.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was going to ask if another repeater was close so you couldn't bump up the power. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've heard rumor of. I mean, there's a lot of 2-meter repeaters around here in Northeast Ohio, and presumably a lot of UHF. I know there is a good number of UHF. I just don't know. I don't know how many. I imagine there's no 2-meter pairs available. I don't know about UHF though. So there's always what is it, 1.25? There's the 220 band. There's always the 220 band, I guess.
You know, the funny thing is here in southern Missouri, we have a repeater on every band. We've got from 10 meter all the way through to 1.2 gig. So we have repeaters on every single band. In fact, we have the only 10 meter in the state of Missouri, 2968 and 123 zero tone. And we, I think, have maybe the only 1.2 gigahertz repeater in the state as well. So we cover every single band. And pretty well every mode except for in 17, so we cover every digital mode as well. But, alrighty, we look forward to hearing what your trivia is after the top of the hour. And what alt trivia is as well. Unless you have alt trivia, then we look forward to seeing what main trivia is along with yours. And I'm going to go ahead and stand by because it looks like we start here in about a minute 25, K0KDW.
Yep, I'll clear out of here as well so we can give the girl her airtime there. So, but I was going to mention it's cool that you have it on all the different, have a repeater on all the different bands. I wonder what kind of radio you'd use, like 900 megahertz or 1.2 gigs like you were talking about, if you just set up a ICOM 905 or something, so to use those. So, all right, I'm going to back out of here. W8HRF 73 for now, Brad.
Yeah, most of the folks on 900 are using converted XPR, Motorola XPR radios that were meant for the 800 band. K0KDW, stand by.
Thanks, Josh and Brad.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl. QST, calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the WWKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390. Positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. This is the early show. We start at 9:30. It's a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November Nina Charlie Kilo. Just Nick. So the way it works is I take a couple of rounds of check-ins. I line a bunch of people up. I go back and see if they're going to stick around and play trivia with Josh and Lucy and Dustin at the top of the hour. So, before I get there and start taking any check-ins, I'm going to do what I like to call the Mickey Mouse roll call and check in with the team, see if everybody's radios are working, who's going to be here tonight and who isn't. Start with Dustin, who better be here tonight. KD8EBC, this is KD8SLG. You out there, Dustin?
KD8SLG, this is KD8EBC. Well, good evening, Nick. I'm here. I'll tell you what, you can go ahead and punch my ticket, validate my parking, hi. No, we'll be here. We'll be ready at the top of the hour, and yeah, there you go. KD8EBC, back to pre-net control.
Thanks, Dustin. Glad you're here. We'll do it again tonight. I don't know if we're going to get to 48, though. That was a pretty fabulous hour today, man. You sound fine. Good to hear you. We're going to clear with KD8EBC. Let's see if Nick and Knight's out there tonight. KE8QKO, this is KD8SLG. How are you, Nick?
KD8SLG, KE8QKO. Yes, Nick, I'm here. I'm standing by for the net. I'll be listening and hanging out. With that, I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
Good to hear you, Nick. I'm going to miss you tomorrow night, man. But it'll be good to see Dustin. I'm going to clear with KE8QKO. Check in with our trivia masters tonight. W8HRF. Heard you before the net. Thanks, Josh. How you doing tonight? Do you have main or alt?
Good evening, Nick. KD8SLG, W8HRF. Heading back home here. Should be home about 15 minutes, so that will be good. I have main tonight. It's space themed, so get your, well, hopefully that's exciting for some people. I don't know. I like space quick trivia questions. But, yeah, that's about all I got. So, good to hear you. Nice to be back on the radio. KD8SLG, W8HRF.
Being on the radio is so much more fun than, I don't know, meeting about the radio, I guess. Good to hear you, Josh. Drive safe. Gonna clear with W8HRF. Let's check in with Miss Lucy. KE8YUK, KD8SLG. How are you, Lucy?
KD8SLG, KE8YUK. I'm over here on the ICOM 705, and it's weird. I'm not used to it. I don't know how I'm sounding, but I'm here, and I've got alt trivia for tonight. I'm also trying to get the dishes done, so I won't be paying attention to the blue screen very much, but the dishes will be done by the time I'm done with them, so that makes sense. KE8YUK to KD8SLG.
You sound marvelous on the ICOM. You should use that one. And let Josh use the other radio. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. All right. Do the dishes. I got a few here, but I'll take care of those. Thanks, Lucy. Looking forward to the trivia. We're going to clear with KE8YUK. We got one more. KE8VZA. This is KD8SLG. How are you, Eric? You out there?
KD8SLG, KE8VZA here. Yep, I'm here, and I am pushing the limits of keeping my eyeballs open, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it my best shot. That's what I tell everybody Sunday night. Give it your best shot. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to stick around. KE8VZA. Oh, hey, looking forward to seeing everyone at the meeting. KE8VZA, back to you, Nick.
No worries, man. We'll do our best to lull you asleep or keep you awake, whichever direction you want to go with it. Good to hear you, Eric. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night, man. We're going to clear with KE8VZA. This is KD8SLG. I'll tell you who I got on the list so far, who I've harvested from the blue screen and beyond. I'll take a couple rounds of check-ins and we'll get someone else on the air here. I've got KC0LRM, Kelly, K0KW, Brad, KE8ZRY, Jeremy, K5CFY, Ray, WB4AIZ, Chuck down in Florida's in and out, and he took some steps. That's a win. AB8MO, Andy, got you on the list. N9KIW, Chip, and KC8FQV, I saw you sneak in there, Mark. You guys are all on the list. Talk to you in a minute or two after we do a couple rounds of check-ins. It's KD8SLG, taking check-ins for the Beaconette. I'm listening.
Kilo 4, I'm Copley. Kilo 6, Kilo Julie Victor, K6KJV, Kevin of Valley Springs, California.
KI5JIB, Kilo India Julia, India Bravo, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Quebec X-Ray, KE8, BQX, Joe in Akron.
KE8
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha KF8 DTA, Jeff, New Franklin. I'll be in and out.
Kilo Delta 8, Hotel Alpha Golf, KD8HAG, Tim in Litchfield. I'll be in and out.
Well, real quick there, I keyed up with whoever that was. I think it was KD8HAG, is that right?
It's affirmative. Kilo Delta 8, Hotel Alpha Golf, Tim in Litchfield.
Thanks, Tim. I got you that time. Did you say you were in and out, or are you sticking around?
Affirmative, I'll be in and out. Over.
Roger, roger. Thanks, man. All right. Let's see. I did get Tim there. We worked that out. I got K4OG, Mark, K6, KJV, Rev, Cav, KI5, DAY, Alan. Snuck you in there. I had KI5, JIB, Chris out in Oklahoma. W8TD, John. KF8, DTA, Jeff, and KD8HAG, Tim was in and out. Just talked to him. All right, let's do one more round here, then we'll start talking to folks. KD8SLG, I'm listening.
Alpha India 5, Whiskey November, AI 5, WN.
Kilo Echo 8 Victor, Quebec X-Ray, KE8 VQX, Joe in Akron.
Got you in there already, Joe, but I see how you're coming in. You sound great. Thanks, buddy. And I had AI5WN, Kyle. I heard you in there as well. All right, let's work this list, see who's sticking around tonight and who isn't. We're going to go all the way to the top. KC0LRM, KD8SLG. Kelly, how you doing tonight, buddy? Are you sticking around for the big show?
Hey, KD8SLG, I am doing fine on this end. Yes, I will be sticking around, especially since I beat Alan in here tonight. And I'm going to go get me a drink and get ready for Dustin. All right, back to you.
Well, I didn't have time to get a drink tonight, Kelly. So, you know, you can have a double, and I'll take the other one. How's that? Thanks, Kelly. Got you sticking around. I'm going to clear KC0LRM. Let's go to Brad. KE0KDW. Brad, what's going on in Missouri? Are you sticking around tonight?
Good evening, Nick, and everyone else on the net. And I'll be sticking around. Not a whole lot going on. Just waiting on some rain. And I guess next week, just in time for Thanksgiving, it'll get cold again. So that's about it there. And I'm going to have to do some research. I don't remember what folks here locally are using for 1.2 gig to answer Josh's question. So I'll have to look into that real quick and probably text him when I figure out. K0KDW, back over to you, Nick.
All right, Brad, I got you sticking around tonight, and thanks for checking that out for Josh. We'll talk to you next time, man. Going to clear K0KDW. We got Jeremy, K8ZRY. It's KD8SLG. What's Jeremy doing tonight? And are you sticking around?
KD8SLG, this is KE8ZRY, Jeremy down here in Ashland. Just kind of hanging out, and I'm going to stay up for the net. I missed it Sunday night, so I'm going to make sure I hit this one. With that, I'll pass it back over to you. This is KE8ZRY.
Oh, very good, Jeremy. Glad to hear you're sticking around tonight. We had a lot of fun Sunday night. We really did. You missed out. It was like a party. Thanks, Jeremy. We're going to clear with KE8ZRY. Let's go all the way out to Tulsa, Oklahoma. K5CFY. It's KD8SLG. Oh, we had a good day on the boredom breaker net today, Ray. How you doing tonight? Are you sticking around?
88 SLG and the rest of the netizens there. Good to hear you in there. Yeah, I could imagine that your typing fingers are a little stiff from that boredom breaker net today. Gosh, another week or two and y'all hit the 5-0 mark, hopefully. Anyway, it was a lot of fun and good to hear you guys in there. Thanks for doing it. We definitely appreciate it. I'll definitely be hanging around. We do have thunderstorms headed our way. Unless I get lightning struck, I'll be here. K5 CFY.
All right there, Ray. You keep your eyes to the sky and take care of yourself out there. And fine business, man. We love Wednesdays on the boredom breaker net. Thanks, Ray. Gonna clear with K5 CFY. This is KD8SLG on the WWKY repeater. This is the Beacon Net pre-show. WB4AIZ, Chuck was in and out. Thanks, Chuckles. Let's go up to the land of snow and maple syrup. Andy, how you doing, man? 88MO, this is KD8SLG. You able to stick around tonight, Andy?
SLG from AB8MO. Yeah, at least through my turn. I got to get up relatively early tomorrow. I'm going to be meeting a buddy of mine for breakfast at a local restaurant. So we get together once a month on Wednesdays. Meet at 6 o'clock in the morning and gives us about an hour before we head off to work. I only work right down the street from where we're meeting, and it's about the halfway for him, but he drives right past the same restaurant. So, a funny thing is, Nick, you remember that day I was telling you that I was having trouble staying connected to the Sarah Hub? Well, ever since I told you about that, I haven't had a problem. So, I don't know if anything was done or not, or if it just miraculously fixed itself. So, there's an update from me. But I'm coming through 015, as you can see, but my node's been solidly connected here for the last 2 hours. Hasn't hiccuped up yet. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Back she comes, AB8MO.
AB8MO, KD8SLG. You sound good there on the OKE, Andy. Glad your node's working better. I don't know about anything specific, but if you look at the longest connection time on there, it's 13 hours. And Jason's been rebooting this thing about once or twice a day for the past week. I think he's been doing some tweaking and updating. So hopefully you stay connected. Oh, it's all cool. Thanks, Andy. I'm going to clear with AB8MO, who's sticking around. Let's punch in with Chip. N9KIW, KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Chip? You guys stick around for the big show?
Yeah. Okay, it's about 43 degrees here, feeling kind of fallish, and yeah, definitely sticking around for the big show. So I'll keep it short, turn it back to net. From November 9, Kilo India Whiskey.
W8WKY.
Cool, Chip. Yeah, save the good stuff for the big show. Glad you're sticking around tonight, man, and your node sounds great, by the way, as well. Gonna clear with N9KIW. Let's talk to Mark. It's a net now. KC8FQV. What's up, Mark? You sticking around for the big show tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around for the big show. I'm going through the Newberry machine now. So, yeah, I've been driving home. Just came home from Summit County Aries. They got done. And when I was walking out, I was down at 80, and when I got in the car, it was 79, so we drank regular pop some, and then we stopped in Little Monroe Falls and got a couple things to eat in the Golden Arches and continued driving home. But, yep, I'll stay for the main show, the KSFQV, and we'll see everyone tomorrow night.
KC8FQV, KD8SLG. Looking forward to seeing a bunch of folks tomorrow night. Mark, even you, buddy. And, yeah, you coming in on... Sound good, man. You should be on the radio more often. Gonna clear with KC8FQV. Let's see what Mark's up to tonight. K4OG, KDSLG. How are you, Mark? You gonna stay up with us tonight? You just stopping by to say hi.
SLG, K4OG. I am typing up the trivia markers as we speak. Sticking around, Nick, and maybe WATD will give me a ring and walk me through this code plug thing. Well, we'll see. K4OG, back to you.
K4OG, KD8SLG, good luck with the code plug, man. I could help you out, but, you know, my services are so expensive. Don't like DMR, but if I look at a code plug a couple of times, I'll understand it enough to maybe help you understand it. Maybe. We'll talk about that, too. Thanks, Mark. Got you sticking around. Gonna clear K4OG. Let's go out to Valley Springs, California. The Rev Kev. K6KJV, this is KD8SLG. How are you, Kev? You sticking around tonight?
Well, hello, Nick, and everyone else on the pre-net. This is K6KJV Kevin here in Valley Springs, California, and I'm doing just fine. Glad to be here, and if the good Lord calls me home, no, I won't be. But if he don't, I'll be here for the net. So back to you there, Mr. Nick, and Maranatha.
Well, there was a word from my sponsor, the Node. Maranatha to you, Rev Kev. Good to have you on board, man. Got to clear with K6KJV. So I want to tell you guys, Audrey is a saint. She not only just brought me a fresh Mountain Dew and a shot of Evan Williams, but she took a spider outside and saved me from it today. So there. All right. Rev Kev's sticking around. Who's up next? Alan, KI5DAY, KD8SLG. Alan. Hi. How you doing, man? You sticking around for the whole net tonight?
Oh, yeah, KI5DAY. Yeah, I'll stick around. Got a little polar story to share here in a bit. I'll be standing by. KI5DAY.
I love stories, man. Hey, we were in the dollar store yesterday, and they have rubber chicken pens that actually squawk. Just had to pass that along. Haven't named him yet, though. We'll have to brainstorm that. All right, man. Glad to have you here on vacation and sticking around tonight. KI5DAY, KD8SLG. This is the WWKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG. You're listening to the Beacon Net pre-show. And next up, we got Chris out in Oklahoma. KI5JIB, KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Chris? You going to stick around and play trivia?
KI5JIB. I'm doing all right. I will probably stick around and listen, but got some things going on, so I won't be able to monitor a whole lot reliably, but I will be listening.
All right there, Chris. I was gonna blank you out there, but you know what? I'll have Dustin give you a call later anyway. And if you're there, you're there. If you're not, you're not. That's fine. But it's a good time, so stick around. Thanks, Chris. I'm gonna clear with KI5JIB. Let's go to Wadsworth. WATD, KD8SLG. John, what are you up to tonight? Are you gonna help Mark with that code plug? And you gonna stick around and play trivia tonight? You just stop by and say hi.
KD8SLG on the net, or the group, whichever it is at this point. WATD, I do intend to stick around. although there's always a possibility that I will fall asleep sitting here. If, however, I'm awake, I will participate in discussion and trivia and all things like that. Mark should be in good shape. He's got a code plug that is almost exactly what he needs. Yeah, I'll probably give him a call and see if I can help him diddle the last couple of adjustments. KD8SLG in the group, W8TD.
Fine business, John. Got you sticking around tonight. Gonna clear with W8TD. This is KD8SLG. Next on the list, we got KE8VQX Joe. What's going on, man? Are you staying up with us tonight? And how go your digital adventures?
KD8SLG, this is KE8VQX. Good evening, Nick. No, I will not be sticking around. I'm going to try to stick with the sleep routine. Clear Node has been fun, and for some reason I'm not able to get into the repeater very well with Fusion or with D-Star right now. I'm not sure what's going on with that. That'll take some more investigation. But anyway, hope everyone has a good net, and thanks for getting me in there. Nick, sorry for checking in twice. I wasn't sure what I was doing. Anyway, this is KE8VQX back to KD8SLG.
No worries, man. No worries. Glad you were here to hear us tonight as well. And the UHF to the digital repeater, yeah, sometimes it works great, and sometimes it takes a powder. This may be one of those powder times. I don't know, man. I haven't been on there in almost a year regularly. I wish I had more information for you there. But you keep your sleep pattern going. I wish I had one. And we'll talk to you next time you're back in town, man. Good hunting and travel safely. We're going to clear with K8VQX. Thanks, Joe. KF8DTA Jeff and KD8HAG. We're in and out. Thanks, Jeff and Tim. And we're going out to Kyle in Oklahoma. AI5WN kind of threw me with a loop there with the AI. I'm thinking Greg AI5HV. But Kyle, good to hear you tonight, man. Are you going to stick around and play trivia with us, or are you just here to get your ticket punched and say hi? AI5WN, KD8SLG, you out there? Possibly out of string. I'd put you down as non-responding. Kyle, thanks for stopping. I know that. I heard you right. AI5WN, fine business. Have a good night, Kyle. KI5TAQ Taco Tim. What's up, man? How you doing tonight? You gonna stick around for the big show and play trivia with us?
W8WKY.
Hey, good afternoon, or I should say good evening, Nick. Yes, I'm sticking around and going to play trivia with you guys. Hopefully there'll be yes or no the Cornwaldo bean question in there. And of course, we always know about those Cornwaldo beans. This is KI5TAQ.
Well, I don't know, Tim. Maybe there will be a Cornwaldo bean question. Maybe there won't. But, that's Alan's gig on Sunday nights. So, it's not a requirement. But we do love Alan's Cornwaldo bean questions. I salute him for finding something that is un-Googleable. Congratulations, Alan. And Tim, I'm glad you're sticking around, man. KI5TAQ KD8SLG. Let's talk to Uncle Fred up in Medina. KE8QFT KD8SLG. What's up, Uncle Fred? How you doing? You staying up with us tonight?
I'll be here. This is my fourth net today. I know that's not earth-shattering, but for me it's quite a bit. And I actually talked to someone from Utah on HF last night. Utah. I didn't know there were that many people in Utah. Oh well. KE8QFT. Back to prenet.
Utah's a good hit, man. I know there's a couple people out there who would like to find that one to finish their puzzle. So, good for you, Uncle Fred. I got you sticking around. Going to clear KE8QFT. N5KBD, Pete was in and out. I'm going to call on two randoms here because I'm not sure what's going on, but I saw Fred, WAAKOC, link up. And K3MBC has been there in the window for a while now, and I haven't heard from him, but I see he's directly linked. So, you guys line up. I'm going to talk to Fred first. WA8KOC, KD8SLG, how I started my day today. How are you, Fred? What's going on? You staying up with us tonight, or are you just here to get your ticket punched?
KD8SLG in the prenet, WA8KOC. Hi, Nick. How you doing, buddy? I'm looking forward to going to the meeting tomorrow and visiting with some folks I haven't seen in quite a while. And we're just leaving Dover to go back home after having dinner with some friends down here this evening. It was kind of a quick trip down here and back, but we're headed home. Pay attention to the road so don't hit any deer. The rut is in. We'll make this one and done. And thanks for taking my check-in. I appreciate it. Just punch my parking pass, and I'll be talking to you probably tomorrow night. 7-3, pal. I hope everybody else has a good net with you here this evening. 7-3 to everybody. KD8SLG, WA8KOC.
Oh, Fred, you are way down south with me, man. Yeah, they are around everywhere the deer are, so keep your eyes peeled open. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Good talking to you tonight. We're going to clear with WA8KOC. And my last-ditch effort here to find somebody, I'm going to call out K3MBC. K3MBC, this is KD8SLG. Mark in Texas. Are you out there and linked up? K3MBC, KD8SLG. Don't be Mike shy, man. We're a ton of fun here. All right, nothing heard there. It's the top of the hour. I'd like to thank everybody who joined me here during the pre-show tonight. It's time for Dustin to take over and light up the nighttime airwaves. Ooh, man, let me try that again. Light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8BC, KD8SLG, save me, Dustin. Take it away.
Well, thanks, Nick. I'll try my best to save you. Hi. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be your net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset to PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 4496 and EchoLink W8WKY-R. Let's see. This is direct net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks, so we asked you to queue for a couple of seconds. Before and after you transmit, make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show, I'd like to check into the Beacon Net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard. Nick must have did a good job. Let's go get some trivia. W8HRF, what do you got for us?
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin, and all the Beacon netizens. Tonight's main trivia question is as follows. On February 17, 1959, the U.S. launched Vanguard 2. And what was this? Your options are Alpha, the first experimental weather satellite, Bravo, the first deep space probe, or Charlie, the first two-stage rocket, or Delta, the nickname given to the hyper-powered manhole cover launched into space. Again, tonight's main trivia question is, on February 17, 1959, the U.S. launched Vanguard 2. What was that? Your options are Alpha, the first experimental weather satellite, Bravo, the first deep space probe, Charlie, the first two-stage rocket, or Delta, the nickname given to a hypersonic manhole cover launched into space. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. We're going to think about that for a minute, and let's go over here to Miss Lucy KYUK for the alternate trivia. What do you got for us?
I am so not used to this microphone. All right, everybody. Alternate trivia. Wish I could have saved it for the actual event, but here's what I got. D-Day is a somber memorial on June 6th for an event of unimaginable bravery. But what does the D of D-Day stand for? A, day. B, date. C, disembarkation. Or D, donut. I wish you could see the faces Josh is making right now. Again, all trivia. D-Day is a sober memorial on June 6th for an event of unimaginable bravery. But what does the D stand for? A, day. B, date. C, disembarkation. Or D, donut. Good luck, everybody. KYUK to KD8EPC.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. We're going to think about that one for a minute. Let's see here. I don't think we have any mobiles, so let's go right to the top here. Let's start with Kelly Casey 0LRM. How you doing?
Oh, KD8EPC, thanks for y'all getting me in there. I'm just sitting there having a drink, and I'm playing on this blue screen, so I didn't do the main trivia, so did he give the main trivia? I might have missed it. I heard Lucy, so I guess I'm just going to... Did he give the main trivia, or am I just had too much to drink here?
W8WKY.
Well, he sure did give the main trivia, but I'm happy to have him read it again. That's why we have plenty of extra zeros on his paycheck. I'll go up again here. W8HRF, would you mind rereading us the main trivia, please?
I need to just stretch my vocal cords. Main trivia. On February 17th, 1959, the U.S. launched Vanguard 2 into space. What is this? What was this? Your options are Alpha, the first experimental weather satellite, Bravo, the first deep space probe, Charlie, the first two-stage rocket, or Delta, the nickname given to a hypersonic manhole cover. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. Let's go back down here to Kelly Casey 0LRM. Take it away.
Okay, so on the primary, I think I'm going to go with B because it's got probe in it, so that sounds good enough to me. And on Lucy's, I think I'm going to go with C. So that's all I'm doing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm having too much fun on the blue screen. All right, back to you, Dustin. Oh, there was something else I was going to say. I forgot now, so maybe next time. All right, back to you.
All right there, Kelly. We got you down for Bravo and Charlie, and have a drink for me. Sounds pretty good. We'll say 73, and let's go over to Brad K0KDW. How you doing?
Good evening. Dustin, and everyone else. We're going to go with AC, Alpha Charlie, for the answers tonight. Otherwise, not up to a whole lot. And like I mentioned there at the top, waiting for some rain. Some other radios that folks are using on 900 megahertz, other than some Motorola XPR 800 meg radios. There's also some folks that I think are using some APX 4000s, also Motorola, and some of the XTL and XTS series radios are being used as well. Of course, those are all 800 megahertz radios that are converted to work on 900 megahertz through hex editing. So there's that, which the perk to the XTLs and the APXs and whatnot is they're P25 capable, or some of them are, which are 900 megahertz repeaters are analog P25 mixed mode. So people can use them locally on P25, and then they can go into our Forgotten Bands network and talk on 900 analog, which our Forgotten Bands network is actually two 900 megahertz, a 10-meter repeater, a 1.2 gig repeater, and all of that links into a 440 machine, so kind of a neat little network there. We'll catch everyone next time. K0KEW, back over to you, Dustin.
All right there, Brad. Sounds like an interesting network for sure. So we'll say 73. Have a great evening, and we got you on for Alpha and Charlie for your answers. All right, let's go over to Jeremy now, K8ZRY. How you doing?
K80PC, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Dustin, everybody on the net. Hope everybody's doing all right. Just doing a little bit of relaxing, playing some video games, listening to the net. Glad I could join tonight. Sunday, I was planning on joining, but I was beat. I went to bed early. Really early for me. But glad I can be here. Hope everybody's having a great week. Trying to stay warm, especially if you have to be out there. Going into that time of year that I absolutely hate. But that aside, trivia answers tonight are going to be Alpha and Charlie. That's what I got. So I hope everybody has a great week. This is KE8ZRY saying 73s.
All right there, Jeremy. Well, we'll say 73T, and I'll tell you, we fell asleep Sunday shortly after the pre-show. So we got you on for Alpha and Charlie. We'll say 73, and that's going to bring us on over here to Mr. Ray, K5CFY. How you doing, Ray? What's going on?
EPC Internet, K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Dustin. Thanks for doing the first hour on the Border Breaker Net. Awesome job you and Mr. Nick did there. Almost 50. You'll get it. Anyway, not much going on here. We do have thunderstorms closing in on us with, I think, looks like 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind. So, and quite a bit of lightning as well. Anyway, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. It didn't work last week, so I'm trying it again this week. Back to you, Dustin. Great job, K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. We got you on for Charlie and Charlie. Great to hear you out there tonight. And, yeah, we almost got 50. I think we got 48 today, so not too bad for the first hour there. So we'll say 73, and that's going to bring me over to the land of snow and maple syrup. AB8MO. Andy, what's going on?
KD8EPC, this is AB8MO. On my node, for good measure. So it's been connected for 2 hours, 35 minutes, and sounds pretty solid. So yeah, whatever Jason has done to improve connections has helped me out anyway. Anyhow, I think I'm going to take Ray's lead and do double C's. That was that came to mind immediately. after I heard the second one. So we'll give that a try, see how that sticks. I may or may not stick around for the answers, so I might have to solicit Josh and get the answers later. So I'm going to head to bed now because 5 a.m. comes really quickly. So I'm going to go maybe lull myself asleep to the sound of your soothing voice there, Sir Squatchy. So plan to see you in the flesh here next week. And the cat says hello too if you didn't hear her. She just jumps up my lap. Back she comes. Everybody have a great night. Katie at EPC, this is AB and I'm out.
All right there, Andy. Well, great to hear you out there. You got you on for Charlie. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if you want us to lull you to sleep. You might have nightmares or something, but we'll look forward to seeing you there next Wednesday for Friendsgiving. I think it's Josh and Lucy night, so they'll have fun with that while we're having fun with Friendsgiving. And make sure you get us a nice pie there. Hi. We'll say 73, and this is Katie at EPC with the Beacon Net. Next on the list, we're going to go talk to Chip, N9KIW. How you doing?
Doing well. Got my cat here by my side helping me run the radio, making sure I do everything all right. I missed alternate trivia. Is there any way Miss Lucy could repeat that question?
Well, certainly. We pay them the big bucks for that. KEYUK, Miss Lucy, would you mind rereading us the alternate trivia question, please?
Yep, those big bucks get deposited straight into my bank account. And the Riverbank something. Anyway, I'm going to just read the... It's the Cornwaldo Bank of Cornwall. First Cornwaldo. Yeah, I get real good returns on my rates. Don't worry about it. Anyway, alternate trivia. D-Day is a sober memorial on June 6th for an event of unimaginable bravery. But what does the D stand for? A, day. B, date. C, disembarkation. Or D, donut. Good luck. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thank you, Miss Lucy. And you know what? It takes me a long time to write all those zeros on the check. It'd just be nicer if they were on the right side of the decimal point. So there you go. We'll say 73 for now, and let's go back over here to Chip N9KIW. Take it away.
W8WKY.
Okay, thank you very much. And Charlie. Alpha and Charlie. Back to net from November 9, Kilo India Whiskey.
All right there, Chip. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie. We'll say 73, and that brings me over to Northern Mark, QC, FQV. Take it away.
All right. KCQV. I'm going to say AA for our president, Alpha. Yeah, so I was out at Summit County Aries meeting tonight over at the Comm Center. I seen Phil. I seen a few of the other guys. Digital Dorothy was there. He was the sort of the main event. He was sort of the leader of it. And so it was great seeing so many. And we'll see them again tomorrow night. Less than 24 hours. So, we'll send it back to net. KC8FQV.
All right there, Mark. We'll say 73 to you. We got you down for double A's, and we'll see you at the meeting. Let's go over to K4OG. Mark in the middle. How you doing?
KD8APC, K4OG. Good evening here. I'm talking to Dustin and everyone. Well, we're getting a little tired, Dustin. And I've just been fiddling around trying to figure out what that song was Lucy posted in the blue screen one time. It was Link. and it took me to a YouTube video of a darkened room, a guy playing bass and keyboard, and it sounded like the only thing he was saying, or the song was saying, was ant. And it said ant, 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 over and over again. So I've been trying to find that for the second alternate trivia marker, and I couldn't find it. So that will explain the next entry in the blue screen, I guess. For my answers, I'm going to go with BC, Bravo, and Charlie.
All right there, Mark. We got you out for Bravo and Charlie, and then you dropped out there. Do you have anything else?
I'm sorry I didn't properly forward it over to you, and I'm sure Gary's going to tell me about that at the meeting. K4OG, back to KD8, EPC, and the net.
All right there, Mark. And actually, I understand Nick's going to bend you over his knee and give you a spanking, so there you go. We got you out for Bravo and Charlie, and let's go over here and talk to RevCuff now. K6KJV, take it away.
Hello there, Mr. Dustin, the rest of the crew, and the youngins. And, yeah, I guess Mr. Allen and Larry the Rubber Chicken, they'll be trailing behind me. Hello to y'all, too, and the rest of everybody on the net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, for all them government agencies back to work. Getting paid to get all up in my business. But, oh, here we go. Let's see, what am I going to choose here? Yeah, double D's, Delta and Delta. So I'll keep it quick and send it back to you there, Mr. Dustin, from K6KJV. God bless and 73, everyone, and Maranatha.
All right there, Kevin. We got you down for double D's, and we'll say Maranatha, and yeah, no more tax evasion and liquor making and all that good stuff we were able to do while the government was shut down. Hi. We'll say 73 and catch you on down the log. And because I'm contractually obligated to talk to him, DAY all day long. Alan, how are you, and how's Larry?
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, everything's good, man. Just chilling like a villain, looking at some storms coming our way. There's one good-sized storm that'll probably hit Tulsa. It might clip us. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit north of Tulsa, but got to go to Osage Hills State Park today. I met up with a couple of hams that are RCWA members, like myself, Don and Curtis, and they invited me to come up and see their setup out there for POTA, and I wound up doing an activation with them with 3 operators, so we had all 3 of us going there for a while. That was a lot of fun, and Don's wife was logging for us on a paper log that they'll put into hammers later and update it. So it was a lot of fun. They're going to send the ones that we did so I can update them. I highly recommend some POTA time. It's good stuff, man. But I'm just chilling, hanging out, and enjoying the other net in the blue screen. So I'll give it back to you, and as far as the answers go, I'm going to say, I forgot what the main one was. I know what the question is. I was trying to remember my answer, but the alt trivia for sure, I'm going to go with B, and for the I guess I'll go with D because I love that. KI5DAY back to net.
All right there, Alan. We got you down for D and B, and make sure you give Larry some extra Funyuns for me. And we'll say 73. Have a great evening, and that's going to bring me on down here to KI5GIB. Chris, how you doing? Try that again there. KI5GIB. Chris, are you still out there? All right, nothing heard. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Next on my list is John, W8TD. How you doing?
We DD
EDPC, if I said that correctly, in the group. W8TD. I almost fell asleep, and I'm likely to in the next little while, but I'm here now, enjoying listening to all that transpires. Trivia, I'm going to buck the trend. I heard a lot of ACs in a row, but I will go with Charlie Alpha. So we'll see how that works for me. I've been playing a lot of radio things in the last week or so. Enjoying it quite a bit. Got too many of them running right now for unknown reasons. Hope to see everybody at the meeting tomorrow. Hope to talk to everybody soon. I hope everybody stays safe and warm. WDDPC, W8TD.
All right there, John. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you there at the meeting. We got you on for Charlie and Alpha, and I think you got the call sign just a little bit wrong. It's Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie there, but that's all right. I know who I am. You know who you are, so we're legal for ID there. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being radioactive, and we'll look forward to catching you at the meeting. Let's go talk to Taco Tim, KI5TAQ. Take it away.
Well, good evening there, Dustin. This is KI5TAQ. Let's get the trivia questions out of the way. Main trivia question is going to be Delta. And then for the alternate question, I'm going to go with Charlie. So there you have it. I think there's somebody that's liking them donuts. But you kind of wonder how in the world do they get the hole in the middle of that donut as they're going out on the beach? Only the donut man knows. I'll sit around and wait for the answers. This is KI5TAQ.
W8WKY.
All right there, Tim. We got you down for Delta and Charlie. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's jump on over to the north end of town. Uncle Fred, KE8QFT, what's going on?
Well, just sitting back, listening to the net here, Dustin. Cavaliers have been losing too much lately. Lost tonight. Your trivia. Alpha and Charlie. Other than that, nothing new to report. Just can't think of anything. I'm out of material. KE8QFT. Back to net control.
Oh, we know you're not out of material. We got you down for Alpha and Charlie, Uncle Fred. Great to hear you out there, and we'll say 73 to you. And that's going to bring me down to Mark, K3MBC. How you doing?
Well, good evening, Dustin. Got my mic problems all settled out, and I'm a real space nut, so I'm pretty sure that the main question is A, Alpha, and the alternate is C, disembarkation. K3MBC, back to net.
All right there, Mark. We got you out for Alpha and Charlie. So thanks so much for joining us. Glad you got your mic problem fixed and that you were able to jump in there. So we'll say 73 to you. And Mark is the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and I'm ready for more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec, EE8BH Benjamin Mobile.
Kilo Charlie 8 Echo Yankee Dave in East Sparta.
Kilo Delta 9 Delta Victor Bravo Truck in Cinnamon Lake.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Romeo Zulu, Terry in Ellenborough, West Virginia, KF8ERZ.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a nice orderly list of check-ins there. We got K8BHQ Ben in the mobile. We have KC8EY Dave. We have KD9DVB Chuck, and we have KF8ERZ Terry. Let me get right to it. K8BHQ Ben in the mobile. How you doing?
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Dustin, given my new antenna a new out for a main voyage, so I'm pretty able to reach you. I'm on Pittsburgh now, so I'll get right to trivia and Delta and Delta. Hope to see everyone at the meeting tomorrow. This is you.
All right there, Ben. Well, I got about 75% of that. Here's a couple times you dropped out of the repeater, but most of it came through. I got your answers down for Alpha and Delta, and I'll say 73 to you, and I'll look forward to seeing you at the meeting tomorrow. I haven't been to one in forever, so we'll look forward to seeing you there. Let's go over to Dave now at KC8EY. What's going on?
Oh, I just took a break and saw that you guys were on. I had the SDR waterfall and noticed that the repeater was putting out a signal, so I figured turn the radio on and kind of join the net here. We're just working on making elements for my hex beam. We got 6 meter, 10 meter, 20 meter, and 17 meter done, and I'm working on 15 and 12, and hopefully those will be done tomorrow, and maybe in the next couple of days I'll get around to kind of stringing the hex beam up and getting it up in the air and seeing what it does. But other than that, just trying to stay warm. Did not hear the trivia tonight, so I'll just take a back seat to that. Back to the net. This is KC8EY.
I'll tell you what, Dave, we've got a couple other check-ins after you here, and these guys got lots of extra zeros on their paychecks already anyway, so I'll have them do a reread for you. Why not? It's that time anyway. WHRF, would you mind rereading us the main trivia?
I'm out of breath from reading trivia. Main trivia, this is WHRF, by the way, if the FCC is listening. On February 17th, 1959, the U.S. launched Vanguard 2. Your options are Alpha, the first experimental weather satellite. Bravo, the first deep space probe. Charlie, the first two-stage rocket, or Delta, the nickname given to a hypersonic manhole cover. I was like, what is the whistling? I have my HF radio on. Again, main trivia on February 17th, 1959, the U.S. launched Vanguard 2 into space. What was this? Your options: Alpha, the first experimental weather satellite; Bravo, the first deep space probe; Charlie, the first two-stage rocket; or Delta, the nickname given to a hypersonic manhole cover. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. Now let's go over to Miss Lucy K8YUK for a reread on the alternate trivia, please.
KD8APC, K8YUK. I am so pleased to have another zero added onto my Christmas bonus. This is a great day. I am making bank for First Cornwaldo? Yeah. Anyway, alt trivia. D-Day is a sober memorial on June 6th for an event of unimaginable bravery, but what does the D-Day, B, date, C, disembarkation, or D... I'll post it back on the blue screen so it's handy. K8YK to KD8EPC.
All right, thanks so much, Sir Miss Lucy. Let's go back down here to KCEY. David, take it away.
Okay. Go with A on the first one, and I have a deal on the second one, so I'll go with just to be different. Okay, back to the net.
All right, there we'll say 73T, and that's going to bring us on over here to Chuck, Salmon Lake, KD9 and DVB. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Dustin. Yeah, this is Chuck, Kilo Delta 9 Delta Victor Bravo. I didn't quite catch the trivia questions. A lot of static cutting out. So just for giggles, I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta for my answers. Charlie and Delta. We'll see how that comes out. But it's a little chilly over here. I'm sitting out in my garage ham shack. It's 37 degrees, so I'm kind of bundled up. But I always enjoy getting on the radio for a while now and then, and hopefully one of these days I'll get over to join you for a breakfast meeting or something like that when it's still light out. And with that, back to net control from KD9DVB.
All right there, Chuck. We got you on for Charlie and Delta, and good to hear you. And I'll tell you what, we'll have to simplex one of these times. I got you on the reverse, and I've got you almost full scale over here. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you on down the log. And that's going to bring us on over to Terry in West Virginia, KF8ERZ. How you doing?
Good evening, Dustin. This is KF8ERZ. I'm doing all right. Just kind of getting settled in for the night there. Enjoying listening to the nets. Good to hear everybody on there. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. For trivia, I guess I'll go with my usual, which is Charlie and Bravo. We'll see where that gets me. But yeah, it's time to kick back a little bit. Fighting a toothache a little bit this evening, but I got some medicine for that. So I won't hold it. I know there's more waiting on the list after me, but I want to wish everyone a wonderful evening. Say 73s and God bless. Catch everybody on the Beacon Net in the morning. This is KF8ERZ.
All right there, Terry. You got you on for Charlie and Bravo, and we'll say 73 and have a great evening, and they'll be looking forward to catching you on the Barometer Net in the morning. This is KDDPC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list, and we're looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q.
All right, we'll take them a couple at a time. We have KI5WADM Donald, and we have AI5Q, my good friend Jairus. So let's start with Donald, KI5WADM. How you doing? All right there, Donald. Well, I don't know if you're mobile or if you're just low power on HT, but I could tell you were keyed up, but I couldn't understand anything you were saying. So if you can get to a better spot, feel free to recheck. We'll come back to you here in a minute. Feel free to recheck when we call for check-ins here in a minute. But we're going to go down and we're going to talk to Jairus now, AI5Q. What's going on?
Good evening, Dustin and Nick and Lucy and Josh and everybody else that's part of the Beacon Net team, whether they're working or not tonight. Thought I'd get checked in. Been listening along since about 8:30 or so, but didn't get in on the pre-net or anything like that. Trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. That sounds like good choices to me. And I did get Noel to check in on a net tonight. It's a Southern Tier Fusion net out of New York State. And linked up one of the repeaters here to the Wires X room and got her to check in while she was selling blue and gold sausage and bacon and chicken. So she's out fundraising for her scout troop and her journey to the boundary waters of Canada and her trip next summer, or I guess this coming summer, but you know what I mean. In summer 2026. So got that going on, and she was checking into the net and saying hi to Barry and some of the other folks that she used to talk to a couple years ago when she was a little more active. And so I was happy with that, and got to listen to that net and, while we were walking around, so that was fun. Not a lot else is going on. Just got a dentist appointment tomorrow morning, then I'll go into work and see what that day holds. AI 5Q, back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Jerris. Wonderful to hear you're out, Noel, to check into a net. That's really cool, and good to hear you came out here and said hi to us tonight. We got you on for CNC, and I'll tell you what, if you don't want to go to the dentist, I got a rusty pair of pliers, and I'm happy to do some dental work for free. Hi. So we'll say 73. Let's go back up and try Donald one more time. KI5 at WDM. Take it away. All right, we may have missed him there. This is KDEDPC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list. We're looking for more check-ins. Please call now.
WDM, back with you. Is this better?
Loads better. Go ahead, Donald. I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I was kind of parked right up next to the house. That didn't work too good. Anyway, I was just saying that everything's good here with me, and my choices for the trivia are Alpha and Charlie. And I'll let you get on down the list. Y'all are doing a great job. We appreciate you. KI5WDM.
All right there, Donald. Yeah, the pesky houses will get right in your way. You got to move a couple of feet one way or the other, and your antenna's way better. But yeah, you're full quieting now, so great to hear you. We'll say 73, my friend, and thanks for bearing with me and coming back. We got you on for Alpha and Charlie. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. This is KDEDPC with the Beacon Net. We're going to make one more call for check-ins before we go talk to the net control team. So stations ready to check in. Please call now. All right, nothing heard. KDSLG. What's going on, Nick?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. I want double D's for my trivia, but go ahead and give us your comments.
It's been too long since we played Simplex. That's what I think. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin, and all the Beacon netizens. I'm gonna pull an Andy here, and I'm gonna talk about the questions for 2 minutes while I give the answers that I should have chosen about an hour ago. Oh wait, I have them. I'm gonna go with Delta and Charlie tonight. I must say, disembarkation has to be a government military word. There's just too many syllables for, getting off a plane. Anyway, what else is going on? Meeting tomorrow night, good times, looking forward to it. Hope to see a bunch of folks there. There's going to be a lot going on. And as you said, Dustin, it's the last meeting of the year. I'll try to remember to put your antenna analyzer, back in the car to bring it. Christmas party on the 11th. If you're going to go, get over to the website and sign up, w8wky.org. It's right on the front page. Always a good time, man. Our Christmas party's good. The food is really good. Same guy we've had the last couple of years. And I understand there's going to be a magic show with our very own Stefan, N8WB. Gary always does a good job playing host. So, there you go. Good times today, Dustin. Good times, man. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Nick. Lots of good check-ins and lots of good times there. So we'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll see you tomorrow at the meeting. Let's go over here to Nick at Night, KQKO. What do you got for us?
KQKO, hello Dustin, hello Nick, hello Josh, hello Lucy, hello everybody on the net. All right, my answers to the trivia tonight are going to be Charlie and Charlie. I'll see how that works out for me. And that's kind of what not a whole lot going on. Just kind of hanging out, relaxing tonight, listening to the net, and doing all those things. I don't plan on making it to the meeting. There is a small chance, a tiny chance, I may be able to make it to the end of the meeting. I'm thinking. My son has his soccer team's end of the year award ceremony. I don't really expect him to get an award, but I expect to have to go as a parent and be the whole supportive parents thing. And it's supposed to run till 8:30, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? If it ends early, I might be able to get out and make it to the meeting before it ends at 9. So, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Probably not, but maybe. Not making it to the Christmas party this year. The Sarah College Club Christmas party is always on the same night as my wife's company party every year. And so we decided to alternate years. One night with the Sarah Club, one night with her company, and this year is her company. So, yeah, that's about it for me. I guess with that, I will pass it back to you, Dustin, KE8QKO.
All right there, Nick. We got you on for Charlie and Charlie, and sorry we won't see you tomorrow at the meeting. And, I won't be at the Christmas party either this year. I've already got a party to go to that night, so there you go. We'll say 73 to you, and let's see if Eric's still awake. Key VZA, were you able to keep them eyeballs open?
KD8EPC in the group, KE8VZA here. Got one of them cracked open. So pretty good so far. So let's see, trivia. I'm going to be a little more conservative and go with Alpha and Alpha, double A's. And looking forward to the meeting Thursday. If you order clothing, it's going to be available for pickup as I hear it. And I hear we're a very vesty crew, so I did order a vest, so I'm one of them. Looking forward to Gary's presentation, and I'm wondering at the Christmas party if Gary's going to wear that hat again, and that was interesting. Anyway, that's about all I have. I missed the Boredom Breaker net today, and I was out on the production floor when the reminder went off on my phone, and I was sad, because there was no way to do it out there. It's too loud. Anyway, back to you, Dustin, KE8VZA.
See, Eric, if you and just one more person would have showed up, we would have had 50 for the first hour, but we only got 48 instead. But we'll forgive you this time. Great to hear you. We get you down for double A's. We'll say 73 and have a great evening. All right, let's go over here to W8HRF. Josh, give us your comments, then go ahead and break and give us the main trivia answer.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Hopefully I'm coming in okay. It looks like things are better. Am I sounding okay, or am I staticky, Dustin?
Well, you sound fine, but there's like something else keyed up there. I don't think that's you.
Yeah, no, I hear that too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, before when Lucy was talking, I just happened to flip on the SWR meter, and I was like, oh, it's at infinity. That doesn't look right. So I didn't hear that. That looks much better now. Anyways, I don't really have too many comments. I didn't really think of anything to say. It's been fun playing around in the blue screen. Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow. I think I may actually go to dinner. I think I'm going to make it to dinner, so that'll be fun. I haven't been to dinner, and man, it must be a year, I think. So I'll make that my goal, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to talking to everybody. We're going to talk a little winter field day for the ops committee, but kind of a light month for the ops committee. Just coming to the end of the year, but. Okay, I'll go ahead and let this drop and read the main trivia. W8HRF returning. For, let's see, for Lucy's, I'm going to go with disembarkation because I thought that would be fun to say, so Charlie. So tonight's main trivia question was, on February 14th, 1959, the U.S. launched Vanguard 2 into space. What was this? Your options were Alpha, the first experimental weather satellite; Bravo, the first deep space probe; Charlie, the first two-stage rocket; or Delta, the nickname given to a hypersonic manhole cover. The answer is Alpha, the first experimental weather satellite. Vanguard 2, it was about 20 inches in diameter. I keep saying was. It's actually technically still up there. It was designed to measure cloud cover distribution during the daylight portion of its orbit for 19 days. That was the life of its batteries. After that, it would be optically tracked from Earth for studies on with regards to atmospheric drag and the gravity field for the life of its orbit, which is about 200 or 300 years before it comes down. So that's kind of cool. So with regards to the manhole cover, the hypersonic manhole cover, though, option D there, I think we've talked about this before. But in 1957, back when the United States was doing nuclear tests, a total of 29 were carried out between May and October of 57, and one of them was called Pascal B, and it gained a little more notoriety because they did an underground nuclear explosion, and this was a giant concrete half-ton manhole cover that they used to cover the access hole. So they blew that up, and the cover was never retrieved. Some scientists believe that the cap remains one of the fastest moving objects ever accelerated by people. They believe that if it didn't vaporize, that it, at its top speed, could have been traveling 37 miles a second, which is 130,000 miles per hour. For comparison, the Apollo 11 capsule was only traveling 24,000, and it was only 6.7 miles per second. So 37 miles a second is pretty fast. So definitely had enough velocity to escape Earth's gravity. Could have been vaporized, could have gone to space, could have been the first satellite. Who knows? Anyways, but the answer was the first weather satellite. That's what Vanguard 2 was. So back to you, Dustin. 7-3. I'll see you tomorrow. KD8EPC, W8HRF.
All right there, Josh. We'll look forward to seeing you at the meeting, and thanks for doing another great main trivia for us. Let's go over to Miss Lucy now, K8YUK, for your comments, and let it drop and give us the alternate trivia.
KD8EPC, K8YUK. I'm making sure I'm holding down the push to talk a little stronger this time. comments. Well, Betty is over her earache, I'm pretty sure. Thanks be to God. That was a brutal series of days. She woke up crying on Friday about it, and I continued to hear about it until Monday night when the medicine finally kicked in. Very, very grateful for that, for her and for us and for namely me, because Will is waking up again. I kid you not, Will slept through the night more than she did while she had that earache. It was rough, but we did all right, and the kids are doing pretty well. What have we been doing? So many dishes, all the dishes. I made stromboli today, so I had to wash all those dishes. I'm trying to make watermelon sorbet. We'll see if that works. I get to visit my aunt tomorrow and see a friend from high school, which is super exciting. I haven't seen her and her family, my friend that is, since goodness, over a year ago, so that'll be really cool, and I'm looking forward to that. I can't think of anything else. So, and Josh is testing the microphone, which is really distracting. All right, I'll let it drop and read all trivia. Here we go. K8YUK returning. All right, alternate trivia. D-Day is a somber memorial on June 6th for an event of unimaginable bravery, but what does the D stand for? A, day, B, date, C, disembarkation, or D, donut? The answer is all of the above, sort of. It seems to be a very big source of debate in some circles, mainly the internet. For the first one, it wasn't uncommon in military slang to use D-Day in the same way as H-hour when an operation was ultra-secret. The D-Day landing at Normandy is technically one of the many military operations listed as D-Days as a result. When someone wrote to Eisenhower to ask for clarity, his executive assistant, Brigadier General Robert Schultz, answered, General Eisenhower asked me to respond to your letter. Be advised that any amphibious operation has a departed date, therefore short-term D-Day is used. Finally, since there were other drafts listing D-Day as M-Day for Mobilization Day and R-Day, Registration Day, it's also possible for the amphibious assault to be called Disembarkation Day. But what about Donut Day? According to the Salvation Army is the inspiration behind its founding. Sorry, that doubled up. The inspiration behind its founding and why it's celebrated on the first Friday in June, which is markedly close to June 6th, the actual anniversary of D-Day. In 1917, volunteers from the Salvation Army, known as the Donut Lassies, traveled to France during World War I to bring critical supplies, spiritual and emotional support, and fry and serve donuts to the soldiers on the front lines. The donuts were a symbol of hope during a dark time and offered a sense of comfort to homesick soldiers. So, you could argue for all of the above. I thought it would be nice to have a freebie for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. So, congratulations. Everybody won. The points mean nothing. Have a good night. And good night. God bless everybody. K8YK, K88ABC.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy, for another wonderful alternate trivia. We really appreciate it. We'll say 73. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. This is KDDPC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list, and this is the last call for check-ins. Please call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the Beacon Net crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the barometer net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Board and Breaker net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and EchoLink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KDDPC returning the repeater for normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
That was fun. KD8SLG. Running down the hall.
All right, well, 73 is everyone. KC0LRM. I got to go check the weather because we got a storm coming. All right, y'all have a good one up there at 73. See you next time.
Take care of yourself, Kelly. KC0LRM, KD8SLG.
And I'm not going to drive home at ludicrous speed. All right, 73.
I was riding that manhole cover. You take care, man. KD8SLG.
KSFQB. Let's still connect over in Newberry, We'll have to go to the other room so we don't have that feedback. Well, funny, because I was disconnected from the TV switch. I was disconnected. KSFQB, will catch, the Ferris Wheel leader in the morning. KSFQB. Well, yeah, it dropped, something happened with the DV switch, I don't know. DV6 was just upset and decided it was going to disconnect or something else. So, KSFQV will kick the guys in the morning.
W8WKY.
KC0 LRM Mobile. There is some pretty good lightning out of here, so if anybody wants to disconnect their radios, their bases, now might be a good time. All right, KC0 LRM clear.
W8WKY. W8W.
Good night, Extended Freedom Network, KD8 SLG.